Welcome back to another explainer. So today we're doing something a little bit meta, but honestly, it's incredibly fascinating. We aren't just diving into a highly technical topic. No, we're actually going to reverse engineer exactly how top-tier educational material is crafted to teach that topic. Specifically, we're looking at the production guide and script outline for Testcraft Fundamentals Episode 37. That one focuses heavily on database testing, SQL queries, and data validation. We're going to break down the absolute technical core of how to test a database directly, and at the exact same time, we'll reveal the precise production blueprint required to actually teach it effectively to an audience. It's literally the ultimate peek behind the curtain of high-level instructional design. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive right into this roadmap for today. We'll start with the anatomy of episode 37, then move into database testing core concepts. After that, data integrity and performance, followed by the video production pipeline, and we'll wrap up with promotion and resource allocation.
All right, so part 1, the anatomy of episode 37, the blueprint.
When you look at the architectural blueprint of how a dense technical subject is structured for maximum viewer retention, well, it all really starts with a number, 2,300. Now, in the world of explainer production, this isn't just some random figure pulled out of thin air. It's a highly calculated target. The blueprint for episode 37 demands a script length of approximately 2,300 words. And why is that? Well, because when spoken at a natural, engaging pace, which, usually clocks in at about 150 words per minute, 2,300 words maps perfectly to a strict 15-minute runtime. It literally forces the creator to be ruthless with their editing. There's absolutely no room for fluff when every single word has to earn its keep in that 15-minute window.
So, how are those 15 minutes actually divided up? Because let's face it, you don't just hit record and start rambling. The intro gets exactly half a minute. That's 30 seconds to hook the viewer and preview the value. Then, the outro, which has your recap and call to action, gets a strict 1 minute. This deliberately protects the absolute lion's share of the time, exactly 13.5 minutes, for the main content. That is fiercely protected territory, guys. It's designed to deliver pure, uninterrupted value to the learner without wasting anybody's time on endless introductions.
But here's the real question. How do you keep someone engaged for 13.5 minutes of complex database testing theory without totally putting them to sleep? Well, you systematically slice it up. That main content chunk is divided into very distinct 2 to 3 minute segments. First, you define the topic and why it matters for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you move right into core concepts for another 2 to 3 minutes. After that, practical application, real examples, and best practices, each of those getting their own dedicated little blocks. Finally, you cap it all off with a quick minute or two on tools and next steps. It's like a finely tuned engine. This constant shifting of gears every few minutes prevents cognitive overload, keeps viewer retention sky high, and just ensures a perfectly logical flow.
Moving on to part 2, database testing core concepts. This is the subject matter.
Now that we've got the framework down, let's look at the actual technical meat of the episode. The primary directive here is super clear. You must test the database directly. And to pull that off, you need a baseline of foundational SQL commands. We're talking select, insert, update, and delete. If you're building any kind of module on database testing, these 4 commands are the absolute bedrock. You just can't effectively test data validation or system behavior without mastering how to pull data out, put it in, change it around, and of course, wipe it away. Literally everything else in database testing scales upward from this fundamental 4-part foundation.
Which brings us to part 3, data integrity and performance. Time for the technical deep dive.
Once those core commands are established, we pivot over to data integrity. Think of this as the accuracy and consistency of your data, strictly enforced via constraints and relationships. Because, let's be real, you weren't just checking if a pretty front-end button works, you're verifying that the underlying structural rules of the database are actually holding strong. Without rigorous constraint testing, your beautiful, pristine data architecture can just silently mutate into a chaotic, unreliable mess behind the scenes. And trust me, absolutely nobody wants to be the one cleaning that up on a Friday afternoon. It is all about preserving the absolute truth of your data.
But what's really interesting about this slide is that testing goes way beyond just basic data correctness. The curriculum explicitly highlights advanced testing targets too. First up, query performance, specifically hunting down those annoying slow queries that could completely bottleneck an entire application. And second, backup and recovery procedures.
You absolutely have to verify your disaster reliability. Because testing isn't just asking, hey, is the data right today? It's asking the tough question, will the system actually survive if everything goes horribly wrong tomorrow? That dual focus on both performance and recovery, that's exactly what separates the novice testers from the true experts.
Zooming back out, let's hit part 4, the video production pipeline. Basically, how we build the episode.
So how do we actually go about building this explainer? Well, the production pipeline is this cleanly condensed step-by-step journey. Step 1, you write the full conversational script from the outline, and you create all the supporting graphics and B-roll. Step 2, time to record the talking head video. Step 3, you add in those slick animations and text overlays to really reinforce the learning visually. Then, Step 4 is the professional edit and color grade, to give it that nice visual polish. Step 5 is absolutely crucial for modern accessibility, and that's adding accurate captions. And finally, the whole shebang wraps up with Step 6, SEO optimization of the title and description, right alongside a super compelling thumbnail. It's a rigorous, multi-step process, but it's exactly what it takes to ensure all that dense technical knowledge is actually digestible for the viewer.
And that brings us to our final section, Part 5, Promotion and Resource Allocation, the post-production phase.
Here's the hard truth. Creating the explainer is genuinely only half the battle. So the crucial point is implementing a rock-solid cross-platform distribution strategy. Think about it. You've just spent hours creating this dense, highly valuable 15-minute educational asset. You can't just upload it to one single place, cross your fingers, and hope for the best. No way. The strategy mandates atomizing that long-form asset into smaller, custom-tailored promotional pieces. You've got to meet your audience exactly where they already hang out, and you have to use the specific format that works best for that particular platform.
And here are the precise promotional deliverables that the blueprint requires to really maximize that reach. From just that one 15-minute explainer, you're going to extract 3 to 5 powerful little sound bites for social media. Then you translate those visual concepts into a nice, swipeable LinkedIn carousel aimed at professionals. Next, you film a dedicated short vertical clip specifically for an Instagram reel. And finally, you distill that heavy technical core down into a punchy tweet thread that highlights the key points. Basically, one primary educational asset ends up powering an entire ecosystem of cross-platform learning. It's brilliant.
But look, all of this takes time, which brings us right to the real-world resource allocation. High-quality educational content requires literal hours of work and very specific team roles. According to our blueprint, taking that initial outline and expanding it into a full 2,300-word script, that takes a solid 2 to 3 hours. The actual recording takes another 1 to 2 hours. Professional editing? That's going to eat up another 2 to 3 hours. And you can't just do it all yourself. You need specialized roles. We're talking a graphics designer to build out those infographics and a dedicated video editor to manage that whole production pipeline we just talked about. It really quantifies exactly what it takes in real-world hours to produce something truly exceptional. So we've unpacked the entire anatomy of a 15-minute explainer. We've dived into the core fundamental rules of database testing, and we've mapped out the whole production and promotion pipeline. Honestly, it's a masterclass in organized execution. So I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder as we wrap things up today. How are you going to apply this rigorous, highly structured approach to both the technical execution and the promotion of your very next project? Because whether you're out there testing code or you're teaching others how to do it, the blueprint is right here waiting for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.